Hey guys, Manu Vinci here. In today's video, we are going to be finding wholesalers for our Amazon FBA business. And to do so, we are going to be using an amazing software called AMZScout Pro, which is going to help us to identify products in high demand by looking at some of their features. They've got some amazing features which are going to help us to identify the products, the brands, of the products that we want to then find the wholesalers for. So let's get right into it. At the moment, I am in Amazon.com, which is the United States marketplace. And before we even start, I need to tell you that if you are trying to source from the .com marketplace from outside the United States, you need to ensure to change the delivery to a US zip code, okay? Because otherwise, when you're analyzing products, it's not gonna give you the full data of which sellers are in there. So it's important that you select the zip code from the United States. You can just Google US zip codes. I just selected the New York one, which is 10002. And I'm going to now see the full data of each product. To start sourcing, I would advise you to go into these three lines on the top left of the Amazon.com dashboard, the buyer's site. And in here we're going to be scrolling down to where it says shop by department, which is going to list all the main categories that are on Amazon.com. So or any Amazon for that matter. So I'm gonna go and search something that is always in demand because it's always somebody's birthday, and especially during Q4 for Christmas. Toys is one of those categories that sells throughout all year. One of the great features of AMZScout Pro is Google Trends as well, and you'll see what kind of sales as a product or a category throughout the year. But now we're gonna be clicking on toys and games. Okay, so I'm just gonna select the main category, which is gonna bring all the subcategory within that category. But I'm not totally interested on going and niching down right now, which is also a great thing because you can kind of reduce the competition by niching it down. What I want to be doing is focusing mainly on products that go 4 stars and above, so they've got great reviews. Sorry. And we want to be selecting our cost price. So for our cost price, so I just clicked on the 4 stars and above, and in here we need to select what kind of selling price we would like to have our products. Now, when we talk about selling prices, we need to consider that those that have got a lower cost typically have higher sales per month, whereas obviously in here you can see the price right now on this filter. I've left it at 1,350 plus. So the higher the cost, the sales will be less, all right, usually. And when the sales will be less, we'll have less competition because not everybody's trying to go and sell products that they sell only 10 times per month. However, you could have very good profit margins. But it's also going to cost you more to invest into those products because the higher the selling price, the higher will be the cost per goods, right? So what you want to be doing in here is probably, depending on your budget, selecting what is most appropriate for you. So let's say that we go from $12 to $145. You could potentially be looking at products that you could purchase for, I don't know, $50, $60. We are going to be looking at some products in here as well, so that we do a little bit of analysis, and then from there we are going to be going into the wholesale research, the distributor research for that brand, for that product, and also a few tips for you on how to kind of pass the issue that many Amazon sellers have got, whereby the wholesaler says that I don't want to work with Amazon sellers. How do you deal with that? Because many people get demotivated by it. So I'm gonna give you a few tips on how to kind of bypass that and show yourself as a professional that knows what he wants, and you go there to to that distributor with data and with an order ready as well. So let's go and dive into it. So right now I'm gonna be looking at products that we go from $12 to, let's say, $120. This is variable, you know, it depends on your budget, it depends on what is your kind of sourcing criteria, but I'm gonna click on go, and now we are gonna be finding all products that fit that criteria that I have just used. Now, a few things when you're sourcing products and you want to find the distributors for them, one thing that you want to be doing is looking at products that got at least 2 or more sellers on it. That will kind of mitigate the risk to try and find private label or compete with private label, although it's difficult that you are going to be finding a distributor for products that are private label, because usually they are manufactured most times from China, depending on the product as well. It could also be manufactured locally. But what we are going to be looking in here, as soon as I pull the AMZScout Pro, is trying to filter products that got more than 2 sellers. Okay, so you can see this one, for example, this one could be a product that is manufactured in China, so we are not bothered about that, and it's probably harder to even find a distributor for it. So what we're going to be doing straight away, we are going to be going into the filters, and we are going to select 2 sellers or more, which was actually already set for it. Another thing that you can or cannot do, if you want, you can completely remove Amazon as a seller. So you're going to be focusing on FBA and merchant sellers. And you can add sponsor ads as well if you want. But should Amazon actually share the buy box, I wouldn't recommend to remove Amazon altogether. You don't want to really source products where Amazon owns the buy box 100%. And if you're wondering what is the buy box, if you're a beginner, the buy box is simply the buy now button. As we are going to be seeing when I go to analyze a product, differently from other platforms like eBay, for example, whereby a product sold by multiple people, each seller has got their own listing. On Amazon, that product is going to appear only once, and it's called ASIN. So Amazon uses an identifier. It's called Amazon Standard Identification Number, ASIN, which appears only once in their catalog per marketplace, and on the same product there could be multiple sellers. Okay, now when people go and buy from Amazon, they click on buy now. If they haven't got any Amazon experience, usually people don't really go and scroll to see all the sellers, whereby you could potentially find people selling at a lower price than the buy now, right? So what happened is all sellers are kind of trying to get a piece of the sales. So for example, if you're looking at this product now, which has got estimated sales per month of 30,500, we've got 5 sellers on this product. So let's just make this a little bit bigger. Okay, it's actually this product right here. So if I now check this product, right, it's got 5 sellers, so it meets the criteria that I was talking to you about, which is more than 2 sellers, whereby it's gonna be easier to find a distributor for it. This product has got 30,500 estimated sales per month. These 5 sellers, depending on how competitive their price is, are going to get a share of these sales. Okay, and basically what happens is that depending on the sellers' reviews, depending on the competitiveness of their price, because if this product is currently selling for $24.99, you would like to ideally be within the 5% of that price to get a portion of the buy box, because if you're selling it at $35.99, for example, it's hard. Amazon is going to give you the buy box. So bear in mind that you need to find the product that you need to find a supplier that first of all gives you a profit at that number, so that you can get a piece of the pie, a piece of the sales that you're gonna get. And depending on few factors, such as I said, the strength of the seller, how many reviews they got, if you are an FBA seller or an FBM seller, fulfilled by merchant seller, you're gonna get a higher or lower percentage of those sales. But even if you are a beginner, despite the fact that you might not have even one review, just because you're gonna be an FBA seller fulfilled by Amazon, you are gonna hit a lot of the criteria to get the buy box, and therefore you're gonna get a lot of sales anyways. Okay, it's not just based on the number of reviews. In fact, I'm gonna be pulling something really cool that is gonna give you a little bit more insight of what has got a higher impact on the buy box. So this is what we call the Buy Box Bible, and it's from an amazing company called FitBuyer. And you can see what kind of metrics affect the buy box more. So that the buy now button, if you don't really know what the buy box is yet. So the fulfillment method has got very high impact on the buy box. So it's out seller ships the item, and if you are fulfilled by Amazon seller, you are gonna be a prime seller, therefore you're going to get a very high impact on the buy box. And then landed price, of course, as I was telling you, you need to be competitive. That has got very high, a high impact on the buy box. Shipping time, and then the thing that many sellers underestimate. Now, if you are good at analyzing, as I'm going to be showing you in a moment, you will notice that if a product has got, like this case, 30,500 estimated sales per month, those are estimated sales, and it's okay to do a test first. However, people are trying sometimes to just keep too small. Let's do an example of 100 estimated sales per month, whereby there are 2 FBA sellers on it. You would be the third. Therefore, when you are thinking about, you can do your test by all means, you know, the business is yours. So but what I see from my own results, from my students' results, is that the more you've got, the more sales you're gonna get as well, because availability is also something that has got a high impact in the buy box. Therefore, if we find a product that has got 100 estimated sales per month, and you got 2 sellers, 100 divided by 2 would be 50, right? So 50 products each. Don't just test 10 of them. You would be the third one. So now it's gonna be, if the buy box would have been split equally between all sellers, you could potentially get 30 to send to Amazon, and that will ensure you more sales and get more buy box. Okay, because finally, if you think that Amazon is also a logistics center, it's gonna give rewards to people that have got more products to sell, especially if you're also meeting the landed price, because as a prime seller you are already meeting the fulfillment method and the shipping time because you are a prime seller. And as you can see in here, things that got medium and less impact, the feedback count has got medium impact on the buy box. Okay, everything else, it's mainly for fulfilled by merchant, the order defect rate, which as an FBA seller you have got as well, but Amazon kind of helps you more with removing negative feedbacks when it comes to delivery, for example, or damaged. So it's a lot easier with the for the order defect rate to keep on track. Everything else though mainly is for fulfilled by merchant sellers. With that being said, I'm gonna go and start showing you what this software does. So in here you can see this drop down menu, and you can either add the products to tracker, okay, so that you can re-look at these products later. You got a profit calculator in here, whereby you can start making some calculations. If you have already got a wholesaler or supplier for it, you can put the product cost in here. Let's say that you could get this product for $12. Now you know that this would not be profitable at that price, so you need to try and get this product for at least $5, for example, 2F. Well, I put 5 in here just because I cannot really do the maths on the spot like that, like AMZScout does. just pretending that I've got a cost, right? So in here you would get a profit per unit of 542 after all the fees that Amazon charges you. So the monthly storage, the fulfillment fee, referral fee, estimated monthly sales. It tells you all the information that you need to make an intelligent buying decision. It would be great if you can get 108. So 5, it would be amazing, right? Let's say if we would be profitable at 10. At $10, this product would not be profitable that much. And the reason why is because I believe it's a bulky product, so we might want to be looking at products that are easy to find. So Play-Doh, for example, that's an amazing brand, and I'm going to start opening products up that we could be then sourcing in a moment. Step 2, rain. So we can also sort the products by the revenue generated, by the number of sellers. So if I go this way, you're gonna be selecting highest to lowest of sellers. If I go to from estimated revenue per month, we can start from these guys. They got 4 sellers, so this one definitely another one that we want to be looking at. Lego, who doesn't like Lego? Everybody knows Lego. John Deere, I'm gonna open it up just to check it up, but I believe that has got a high fees because it might be a little bit bulky. So we've opened Play-Doh, I believe, yes. We got 3 brands already that we could be looking at. Let's open Crayola as well, and then we're going to be doing some further analysis before we start doing the research of the wholesaler. Okay, so let me just get into the first one that we open. All right, so the first one that we've got right here is a Play-Doh, and in here now we can start doing a little bit of research. First of all, the thing that I like to look at is how many sellers we've got, and that's what we were getting in here as well. So you got 4 sellers, which tells me that it's not a private label, and when you go more than 2 sellers, it's usually simpler to find a distributor for it. So and I'm gonna look at the selling price right now is $16.99. Date first available, that was in 2020. So this product has got 13,834 reviews. So I'm gonna open the AMZScout Pro in here, and we got estimated sales over 50,000. So we can check. So it tells you in here also that this product is considered hot because its sales grew by 20% or more for the past 1 month. So it's got very cool information, and the things that I like the most is that we can click on find a supplier right here. If you are looking products for private label mainly, in here you can go straight to the product on Alibaba, but for wholesale we are going to be looking at find on Google. When you are looking at the screen where we previously were when we did the search of the entire toys category, one cool thing in here as well is that for many products we have actually got the Universal Product Code, or UPC. If you are in Europe, that would be a EAN. I think it's a European identification number or something like that now, EAN. I can't remember what it stands for, but it's basically a product code. And the difference between them is that UPC usually has 12 digits and the EAN has 13 digits. Now, that's why am I saying that? Because the UPC code is the best way to kind of nail down the correct product. Okay. Now, whilst we are here, the thing that I'm going to be looking at is kind of see if this product. Let me just quickly check the product history. To check the product history, let me just close this down. You can simply click on this product history when you're using the extension AMZScout Pro, and it gives you kind of the information that you want to know, which is sales, the rank, and the price. Okay, so you can see that this kind of gray line is the price, and that goes within 12 to $16.99, which is what the product sales are, and this is all data that you get from another amazing extension or software called Keepa, which is also essential to make sure that you're doing the analysis of a product correctly. Now, what I'm looking here is price stability, and also want to see the ranking. So the closer a product is to number 1 of the best seller ranking on that category, the more the sales. And you can see in here we are so close to to number one all the time. Right now, we can go down on Keepa and look at all this information from Keepa as well, which I find it easier. Another thing that you got on AMZScout is also the widget that appears right here to make you understand if you are going to be profitable right away. So if you can get this product at $5, let me just reset this very quickly. For some reason, it seems like it's glitching on me and it's not giving the right information. So let's keep going down. So in here on Keepa, you can see the price stability, which is the buy box line, is the pink line in here. As you can see that the price drops to $11.99 sometimes, but it's pretty good and constant all the time. What I was telling you as well is the bestseller ranking drop. You can see we got over 90 drops per month, which is again amazing. That means that for every drop means that there is at least one sale. But as you can see, because the bestseller ranking of this product is so low, as you can see here, right now it's ranking at 14, right? That means you're getting thousands of sales per month. But also you can go and dig a little bit deeper in here on the data, and you can see the buy box statistics to see if the buy box is rotating. And this now is showing me that Amazon, being one of the sellers, is getting the 100% of the buy box in the last 30 days, 90 days, 180 days. So I would advise you to not go and get this product. So let's jump straight into another one that we were looking from our previous screen, and we are going to be opening the step 2 rain shower splash pond toddler, which seems to be the brand seems to be step 2. So we're going to be analyzing this product a little bit, and we can see there are 3 different variations of this product. It seems just to be a color variation by the look of it, and a little bit of a different theme as well. So if we would be going and selling this product for $79.98, let's say that we could find this product for, let me just, 7998, 7998. For some reason it's bringing, let's just call it 80. For some reason it's bringing 7,000, right? And let's pretend that we could potentially get this product for, I don't know, be selling for $80. Let's say that we can find it for $30. In this case, we would make a 40% return on investment with $12.09 in profit, sorry, $14.09 profit, and a 17.61% net margin. Okay, so again, the quick thing that I'm going to be looking at is how many people are selling this product, what kind of competition there is. We got Amazon reselling it as well. They've got 30 plus in stock. When they say 30 plus, you don't know how many they've got in stock. And sometimes they put 1,000 plus, but price wise, we got this one is used, this one is used. So new are actually going from 108, and we got people selling it such as these guys, Excelsior, which have got 4 in stock, 3 in stock. Then we got these guys 30 plus in stock. But what I've noticed in here is that there is only one FBA seller, which is Amazon. So if you filter in here and click on Prime, you can see that the only seller selling it Prime is Amazon itself. Actually, yes, Amazon itself. I thought I was reading another name in there, but it's again Amazon.com. So one thing that I want to be checking is, are they dominating the buy box? So to see if they are, you're going to be going on the data, buy box statistics, and see if they are taking 100% of the buy box on this product as well. Okay, so now we've checked two products, and both of them Amazon has got 100% buy box domination. Okay, and you can kind of go and see if they've never shared it. Actually, they did back in a long time ago in 2022 they shared it, but still not that much, right? But you can see what kind of sales other sellers are doing, and when they are doing it with Keepa. So when you go into offers in here, you can see what kind of sales this product sold in the past 30 days, which sellers sold it, and you can see in here for those that Keepa managed to track what stock they had and how many sales basically they were making. So you can see that in the last 30 days these guys sold it for 109.95 48 times. But Amazon, because it's dominating the buy box, and I think 90%, 85 of 90% of the sales happen on the buy box, they're getting tons of sales. Although on the used ones, on the new ones, they are not sharing their data. You can see that we got a really nice flat line. But because the buy box is not being shared, now I can advise you another extension, which is, it's called DS Quick View. There is a paid and a free extension. So if I remove quickly this from the previous screen where we were, whereby we were looking at the entire toys category for the price that we set with 4 stars and above. With this app, you could potentially go, and this is the actual the free extension, you could hide sold by Amazon products, and all of a sudden all them have been removed, and you can select also the minimum max factor of the sellers. Now we've got all products that are not sold by Amazon, and we can run our the AMZScout Pro extension again, and it's going to bring us all products where Amazon it's not there. All right, so we're going to be looking at other products, but I think on the Lego one, Amazon is not going to be there on its own, so we're going to be checking the Lego extension, the Lego product that we were looking at earlier. And we can see in here that Amazon again is owning the buy box. So what I'm going to be doing now, we're going to be resetting all this, and we are going to be filtering in a way that we are going to be completely removing Amazon. So back on the same result that we were before, we are going to reset everything. We're going to take this off, and we're going to get more results this way. So I'm going to click on the AMZScout Pro extension again, make it bigger a little bit so that we can see all the lines, all the rows. And what I'm going to be doing on the filters, I'm going to be selecting only FBA and merchant fulfilled products. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that we got more than 2 sellers, and I'm going to click on apply. So now in here we have removed the products that are fulfilled by Amazon, and you can select next page as well, so that you can kind of reduce the competition, because everybody's will be trying to get on the same kind of products. And we got all brands now where Amazon is not going to be there. And you can see that the seller type in here is merchant, fulfilled by Amazon, and in his removing, can you see here is removing all the ones that are kind of so I'm gonna be opening this one, I'm gonna be opening this one, and I'm gonna be opening this one. All right, now I'm gonna go and analyze each product, and we are gonna be finding the wholesalers for it. So the first one that I opened is the USPS Forever Stamps 4 Flags booklet of 20 stamps. And you can see this one is actually shipped by the seller itself, because it says ships from Brian Sells and sold by them. We got 13 sellers in there. Let's have a look what we got in here. If there are any prime sellers, ships from Amazon.com, fantastic. So we got prime sellers in there as well. So these are going to be our main competitors. Remember the buy box Bible we discussed at the beginning. Having the shipping time, the prime shipping time usually gives you more buy box than fulfilled by merchants. However, if they are competitive as well, they're going to be getting a portion of the buy box too. Now, I want to just by curiosity see how many prime sellers. We've got 5 prime sellers on there. Now, this product is right now sold by an FBM seller. Amazon is not in the listing. If we want to sell it at 15.49, we would have, let's say that it's gonna cost, I don't know, $4 to get it. We could be making quite good profit, but we'll see that in another moment. So it's ranking, right? We got the UPC code in there. Estimately monthly sales of 19,907. We can open this and we can see the product history, all the data that Keepa show us as well. So we can see how good AMZScout Pro is. It's an amazing software. And we're going to start the research with Google now. So I'm going to click on find on Google, this one, and I'm going to do the same for all the other products. So it's opening the images in here with places where you could potentially be finding this product. Now it's showing me some UK places as well. I probably need to put a VPN because I'm recording this video from the United Kingdom, and it's telling me all the retailers that we got in here. But now we're gonna be going and changing the images to all, and we are gonna be adding a simple word in there, wholesalers, USA. Or potentially, if you are outside the US, you want to be using a VPN to then connect to the United States. So there's going to bring you only results in that area. The problem is that when I do that, some of the features on my apps don't work because they think that I'm a robot. So I'll just quickly do that. And a couple of things when you're finding wholesalers. So you got the actual place where the products are probably manufactured. You want to be not just focusing on the first page. Okay, so this could potentially all be distributors. So we're gonna be looking at this one, missing the wholesale. We want only products that have got that in it. It seems like you could potentially get them from Alibaba, although I would not advise it. So this one could be somebody that we could potentially contact. We want to have a supplier that's got physical location, manufacturer and distributor, missing USB and inventory of the state archives, artifact collection, so we can check that. But one thing that you also need to consider is that many wholesalers are old school. Sometimes you find the best wholesalers, you know, in page 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 of the Amazon search of the Google search results, because they might not optimize their search engine optimization on their website. So it doesn't necessarily mean that if a supplier is not on the very first page, it's not a good supplier. Actually, sometimes you find suppliers that they've been in business for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, but they never really optimize their website, but they focus on sales and they've got great sellers. So all they think about is kind of creating relationship with either Amazon sellers or brick and mortar stores, and they might not have optimized their website. So that's when you're gonna go into all different pages. Now I click on page 5 and we couldn't find anything in there, but in here we got pdfcoffee.com. I don't know if they actually have, isn't it? That's ABC identified by customer element, so we can open this one as well. Selling the Great War, EPDF, pub, search traffic. So this one seems to be manufacturers and retailers. So this one, I'm not entirely sure what it is. We can then go and look on each one of them. But sometimes, you know, depending on where you are, you might want to call them distributors. And you'll probably find more things like that. This USPS, I'm not sure if I opened it before. Lootspot. So all this could potentially be places where we can buy that particular product. And we're going to be doing the same thing with the other products that we found. The production supply by address are the best. Not entirely sure what that is. It's missing that USPS, which is the product that we were actually trying to find. The other thing that we can also do is make sure that we are going to check a bit of data on here. The brand Wikipedia on Google is amazing to actually find the source, the manufacturer of it, because I always like to start from the brand owner to then find their suppliers. We can actually request that directly. So the brand is actually USPS. So when we open this, we can go USPS brand Wikipedia. Let's see what we get when we do that. So that research, United States Postal Service, and we open that up, and hopefully we're gonna get the headquarters, their website, where we could potentially start talking to. You know, sometimes you get a direct email, but it tells you a little bit of information on you know, you wanna have a read on what they're telling you in there to find a kind of direct contact. Then you scroll all the way down in here and you got a contact us. So you know, these are legit because it's actually the manufacturer, and in here you could email them or usually call them. I would prefer calling people because A lot of suppliers don't really answer to emails. You know, we get tons of spam in the email, so we prefer rather getting a phone call and then we can start a conversation via email, or maybe send an email at first and then follow up with the call. But to avoid that, you know, we don't want to work with Amazon sellers things. What you want to be doing is understanding what the supplier is selling, so that you know that we are looking at this product. We know the estimated sales per month. You know, you can approach them by saying, hey, I would like to buy 1,000 of these USPS forever stamps with 4 flags. Can you tell me if I can buy them directly from you? So you're not mentioning that you are an Amazon seller. You know, when you start straight with the question of an order, you're kind of bypassing that, saying, hey, can you send me a list of all your products with UPC codes? That gives away straight away that you are trying to scrape their entire website. You don't have a clue. You have not done your research. No, we don't want Amazon sellers. So you're going to get the door shut at you straight away. Whereas if you contact a supplier by looking at their website, understanding what they're selling, going straight to talk to the sales rep about an order, because that's how the supplier stays in business. That's how they make money. And you're telling them straight away that you are ready to purchase. You've got an order ready for them. That can change the script. If they ask you where do you sell, you can always have a quick website made by just buying a domain on GoDaddy. So if your company is called at mybusiness.com, whatever is your business name, you can create a quick website where before you contact them, you can simply put the picture of products similar to what they're selling and show a kind of a Shopify store. It could be your own website, WooCommerce, it could be anything that is not Amazon, to then get those products. But of course, you know, as the relationship progresses, you want to tell them that you are selling on Amazon as well. If they allow you and they give you their authorization, that could be a lifesaver in order to avoid any complaints by selling that brand. Okay, but certainly starting the conversation with an order is going to open the door and get them engaged to talk to you, rather than asking the same usual question that every Amazon seller does. You know, can I have a list of your UPC codes and of your entire catalog? So with that being said, let's go and have a look at another couple of products that we opened a minute ago, which were these brands Seated, and we got a Play-Doh, whereby Amazon it's not a seller. So we're going to be looking at this thread again. So we need to find a supplier that we are, we haven't got the cost, so it's selling for $34.99. Ideally, we want to be getting this product for less than $20. And that is going to give us a net profit of only $3.42, or 10% margin. Really, we want that to be a little bit higher, and that's why I always tell people that it's important to have a mixture of products that have got high sales per month, which are going to generate more reviews for your account as well, but usually they've got more competition and less margins, with products with a little bit of a higher sale price, which usually has less competition but greater margin. So that's going to boost your business, and for that you could potentially use a two-step drop shipping system, which I'm going to be putting the URL below, where you're going to potentially sell the products before you even buy the inventory for those high cost products, ensuring that you are 100% Amazon dropshipping policy compliant. But we get that in another video. I'll still put the URL down there so that you can see in the description if it's something that interests you. But in here we can see that Amazon is not in there. We're going to be doing the same exact research. We have got a UPC code, so I'm going to copy the UPC code and see if we can find distributors for this particular product. So when you click on the UPC code, it takes you to UPC item database, which gives you some information such as the brand, model, size, color, last count. What you want to be doing in here is trying to find double size mountain, saffron vanity desk in natural chrome. So with ours is, let me just go back and copy that. I want to copy it like that. Alright, so I'm going to actually do the same search that we did before, and we're going to be going distributors. And nothing is bringing nothing with the UPC code. You can get that from eBay, but we don't want to get it from eBay. So based on your positivity, yeah. Let me just get the title from it, and we are gonna be searching for C-Read. And again, in here you make sure that there are different sellers on it. Let's have a look what's going on with this. Another thing to avoid any issues, it seems like all the sellers are actually Amazon resale, Amazon.com, even though we have researched for products that we do not want Amazon on the listing. So let's have a look. What is the buy box statistics giving us? If the buy box is getting shared, and when you get there, you go seeded store, which means that although that is showing multiple sellers, the other sellers are just Amazon by the look of it, and seeded is the same it's the same name of the brand. So it looks like this is actually a private label. So we're gonna skip it and go straight into the Play-Doh, which is the last product that we're going to be analyzing. Again, in here says the Amazon is not in it. We got 23 sellers. We're gonna be doing a little bit of digging on this one as well, and it seems like the selling price for this is $12.85, $12.90 at the moment, $13.99, $14.96. And how many people we have got on Prime? We've got 4 Prime sellers, which are going to be our main competitors, along with those that are close to the buy box price. So in here I would say that we have got these guys at $12.90. This one is already above the 5% mark, and they are fulfilled by merchant. So the other thing that we need to be looking at is what kind of estimated sales per month this product has got, which is amazing. And finally, after all these products tested, we got to a product whereby we have got a chance to find a good distributor. We got good sales, and the buy box, now hopefully we can check that in here, it's actually rotating with sellers without Amazon being involved. So we're gonna wait for Keeper to give us that information. You can see now the buy box, it is rotating, although Amazon has been in, it is in here as well, 90% of it. So ideally you wanna get products where Amazon hasn't got such a big portion of the sales, but nonetheless, people are getting a portion of the buy box as well, and sales. So you can see in the last 30 days how many products have been sold for this particular variation by the look of it, but I cannot see the variations are right here. So let's have a look. What it's saying is just the one product. All right, so from here we're gonna be going for Play-Doh distributors, and we're gonna be doing a simple Google search. All right, and we got this one. We're gonna be open. We've got Hasbro buy Play-Doh play sets. Amazing. So we got this one, and then we got all this. We got this one in Vancouver. We got this one is in I believe Vancouver is not in the United States. Forgive my geography, but I think it's in Canada. So let's have a look. We got Sakura Toys selling them, which is a wholesaler that we use a lot as well. Ocho Stock, we've used that multiple times as well. We've never used this one though, Vandermeulen. So I'm not sure if he's a distributor or not. Fair is actually kind of a search engine of a supplier, so I'm gonna skip that. Supplyleader.com. So I'm gonna open it. You go now. This one, Play-Doh Toys Wholesale again. So we go now. a few suppliers that we want to be looking at. And the beauty about wholesalers now is that let me just accept that, is that from one brand now we will see, so these ones, they seem to have a lot of Play-Doh, and it seems that that one is there. No, they've got, look all the brands they've got. So that's the beauty of wholesale, that from one research now we could get access to this distributor that have got all these massive brands available for us to sell. Okay, Nerf, Potato Head Transformers, Mishmash, Peppa Pig, Power Rangers. So they've got amazing products, but certainly the Play-Doh that we're trying to look for. And from there I will then go back into Amazon, and I'm gonna be doing a Play-Doh. Is that how I use? Let me just paste that. A Play-Doh research, where we are going to be using AMZScout Pro again. And in here, I won't even think about moving filters and everything, because we have actually searched for the brand only, right? When we're contacting these suppliers, we are going to have an idea now, by using AMZScout Pro again, of all the products that we would be interested in, and we can start a conversation on just this brand. But then we could do the same with every single one of the brands that they've got, to kind of drive the suppliers to bring the products that are more in demand on Amazon. All right, so in here again, make sure that we got the filters in there set. So I'm gonna click on filters again. We don't want to be really having Amazon in there. So when you do that and apply, in the trends, I don't know if it's loading it up correctly at the moment. Usually the trend works better on the product status rather than when you got all the bunch of products, but you can see that that's an amazing niche to be sourcing for, toys. And now we got another few in here that we can be looking at, and then we can go next page and check another few ones in there. So this is how you kind of start, but nonetheless, now we got 1, 2, 3, 4. This one I've never looked at it. So 4, 5, 6 suppliers that we can look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 suppliers. Yes. And for each supplier, what you want to be doing, and this one is in a different language. I believe this one is not in the United States, but again, we found another distributor of this particular brand. What you want to be looking at for each distributor, I think is easier probably if we go into this one, is that they need to have a physical location. They need to look legit in here, where to buy. Look, so I'm gonna open that up, my consumer care, and you want to have information such as, so they've got social media present as well. You want to, so in here is actually giving you the retailers where you can buy them. So I'm actually on the manufacturer side in here. Hasbro are the manufacturers of Play-Doh and all the brands that you can see in there. So maybe you want to go into this one, which is one of them that we use all the time as well, and make sure that you can contact them. So when you click on the contact us, usually they let you fill a form, or they've got all the information. So in this particular case, because we use them all the time, you're actually gonna get contacted back via email, and on the email you've got, you know, the salesperson email, the phone number, and you can then start a communication like that. And this one also has a price list that you can check, but I believe these guys, I think we are subscribed for them. I think it's a $29 monthly subscription to get their price list sent to you all the time. And then you simply do the same with every single one in here. Make sure that they've got the information. This one is in Euro, so it seems to be in the UK or in Europe. My account, shopping basket, customer services, site directory, and on the contactors again, they've got a form in there for us to use, and seems like they've got the phone number in there as well. And then we got these ones as well. Look, this one seems a little bit of an old school kind of website, supply leader, and it's in the United States. So let's have a look in here. Order last bar, so the review seems alright. Track order, about us, and you do a little bit of digging. So digging, supply leader, trying us from just $98, helping e-commerce business today. We make a small markup of only 5%. The largest database seems like to be a database actually, rather than the actual supplyleader.com. So. And it could be good, you know. You never know, you know, if they're good at providing you list of wholesalers. But my advice is to always get direct contact with your own wholesalers, which creates relationship. You can get discounts. You can talk to them about your requirements. This is another one we found in here as well. So this is how you find wholesalers. This is how you can use AMZScout Pro to find products to resell. Understanding what are the estimated sales per month, what kind of profit, because once you got numbers such as this one, this is a 13 pack. Now I can't remember what we were looking at, if it was a pack of whatever it was, but you can see that the prices are there or thereabout on the $5 mark. So if we are looking at this particular one and the cost would have been $5, that would have been a very low profit. However, let's have a look what people are doing, because if we wouldn't have these guys selling it at $12.90, and let's have a look what the prime sellers are doing. You know, we got the second prime seller $17.99, then the situation would be much different. $17.99. And it keeps doing that to me. 17.99. Right, need to be delicate with it. The situation could be different. As FBA, take that off. Let's have a look. Buy box price $17.99. It would not definitely be profitable to buy this product. Net profit for $17.78. But it's not probably a product that you want to go for, okay? But nonetheless, you found how to find suppliers, how to see their estimated sales per month, how to calculate profits, how to have a multiple list of suppliers that you can contact now and create a relationship with on many multiple brands. So I definitely advise you to get AMZScout Pro. I'm gonna put a link for it down below, and I'm gonna attach a video right up here for you if you want a service that can help you by finding the suppliers for you. So keep tuned. If you like this video, make sure to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.